What's up, everybody? Amir Hossein America Shad is in here with one other episode of Amir Hosseinism. I'm gonna talk about, generally I talk about all the issues with regard to America internally or globally, and that I think it's worth talking about. So today I'm gonna talk about the clash, the fight between the Colombian president and President Trump. They had over the Colombian illegal immigrants. So I want to first play about the recap of what happened, and then I give my reaction. Of course, let's not forget about the cherry on the top, the reaction of Selena Gomez about deportation of Mexicans, and then I will talk about that. So first, let's go see what's up in here.
George, good morning to you. And this was a tense standoff, a tit for tat between the United States and one of its most important allies in Latin America. But a senior administration official tells me all of it was designed to send a very clear message: accept these deportation flights or face the consequences. With the U.S. and Colombia on the brink of a trade war over President Donald Trump's deportation flights, overnight the White House announcing an agreement has been reached. For hours, the two allies locked in a tense standoff after Colombia refused to accept two military deportation flights from the U.S., turning them away when the planes were already en route. President Trump responding, vowing to impose 25% tariffs on all Colombian imports, which experts say would have devastated Colombia's economy and raised the price of everything from coffee to crude oil, bananas, and flowers for U.S. consumers just before Valentine's Day. The United States is Colombia's largest trading partner. Colombian President Gustavo Petro fired back with tariffs of his own, insisting he would only accept migrants deported in civilian aircrafts who were treated with dignity and respect. The Colombian president referencing this deportation flight to Brazil. Authorities there say some were denied water and access to a bathroom. Overnight, the White House announcing the two sides have reached an agreement, vowing to hold off on those tariffs, but still imposing visa restrictions and halting visa services at the U.S. Embassy until those deportation flights land in Colombia. In a statement, the White House press secretary warning, President Trump expects all other nations of the world to fully cooperate in accepting the deportation of their citizens illegally present in the United States.
We don't allow people to enter our country and to dump their prisons into the United States of America anymore.
For the first time in U.S. history, military aircrafts have been used to deport undocumented migrants. Our Martha Raddatz sitting down with Trump's border czar Tom Homan.
What about those countries that won't take them back?
Oh, they'll take them back.
What do you mean by that?
We got President Trump coming to power. President Trump puts America first.
Homan overseeing a steady increase in ICE arrests, with officials from multiple law enforcement agencies launching a joint operation in Chicago Sunday. Immigration crackdowns now spanning from Atlanta to Los Angeles and even Omaha. So this morning in a statement, the Colombian government says that it has overcome an impasse with the United States, saying that they plan to send representatives to Washington, D.C. to meet with the Trump administration. But the White House press secretary says if Colombia violates any terms of this agreement, those tariffs are back on, George.
And Rachel, the president, in the words of his people, is flooding the zone with actions, including a move over the...
All right. Let's, before that, let me go to the... Okay. Let me play this one too.
All my people are getting attacked.
Selena Gomez breaks down in tears in a since-deleted Instagram video. The pop star uploads and later deletes an emotional video of herself speaking about the Trump administration's deportation efforts after the Justice Department said that multiple government agencies began an immigration crackdown in Chicago in an effort to, quote, enforce U.S. immigration law and preserve public safety and national security. Selena sheds tears as she reacts to the news in a since-deleted video captioned, "I'm sorry," with a Mexican flag.
She's sorry.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children.
Just laughing.
They don't understand.
It's not even
I'm
emotional.
so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
She later posted a follow-up writing, apparently it's not okay to show empathy for people, though later deleted that message off her Instagram stories as well. It's not the first time the Only Murders in the Building star has been open about the topic of immigration. In 2019, she produced a Netflix series called Living Undocumented, around that time sharing her own family's immigration story involving her aunt. In a 2019 essay for Time magazine, Selena previously wrote, "In the 1970s, my aunt crossed the border from Mexico to the United States hidden in the back of a truck. My grandparents followed, and my father was born in
she's proud of
Texas
that.
soon after. In 1992, I was born a U.S. citizen thanks to their bravery and sacrifice. She added, undocumented immigration is an issue I think about every day, and I never forget how blessed I am to have been born in this country thanks to my family and the grace of circumstance. Adding, but when I read the news headlines or see debates about immigration rage on social media, I feel afraid for those in similar situations. I feel afraid for my country.
What a joke. What a joke. All right. Okay. Let's start with the issue about Colombia, the clash, the fight between Colombia and United States. So what happened was, look, the Colombian president, of course, is a socialist, is a, like a left wing, actually it's not a moderate left, but I think it is the very hardcore left wing socialist. The thing is, he said that, oh, you disrespected immigrants, Colombian immigrants, you put them in the, like a flight plane, those ones that always United States used that to carry soldiers from United States to, or United States bases in Middle East to Afghanistan, fighting Taliban and Al Qaeda. So those ones, there's no seat or anything. Everyone is going there. Basically, they just load even tanks or heavy machines inside that, right? So it's not the best place to enjoy your time, have a good time above clouds. Anyway, but then he said, like, you have to bring the commercial plane. You have to bring the commercial plane, put them with the respect, dignity. Probably he expected to get them food as well, serve them food and water. Do you want hot water, illegal immigrants? Do you want hot coffee? Or how do you want your chicken to be fully cooked, your steak? You want medium, well done? Which one do you want? You want raw steak? Just say it. What do you want for the snack, criminal? Illegal immigrants with the criminal records. What do you prefer? So this is basically what Colombian was saying, like, you are treating them as a criminal, but they are just immigrants. No, they are illegal immigrants, which makes them criminal. And then he said that, so I want to accept them. So I mean, before that, president of the Mexico was saying the same thing. I'm not going to accept those illegal immigrants come your planes to land on my soil. And so Colombia wanted to play with the same playbook. He said, I'm not going to allow that. And then Trump found out and said, I'm going to put 25% tariff. And then next week it's going to be 50%. And I'm going to go after all of your allies as well. So it's not like you're not going to even trade with me. You're not going to trade with any partners, any mutual friends. The same, probably you say, who would accept that? The similar concept happened to Iran with the first term of the President Trump. When he got to the office, the same thing happened. Like he said, like, not only I'm gonna sanction Iran's oil, but also I'm gonna sanction everybody who buys oil from Iran. So same concept. And then people were saying, oh, the biggest import from Colombia is the roses, like a flower. And so we are very close to the, what is that, like 27 January, we are very close to 14 February for the Valentine. So he said basically, like, oh, if you sanction them, how do you want to bring the flowers? And then we are close to the Valentine, which is super stupid and so funny. Like, I don't sanction a country because soon we're gonna have Valentine Day and I'm worried about the couples, how they want to get their roses. I mean, come on, man. And then so they were like flexing, like threatening, oh, your couples are not gonna have the roses to give each other in Valentine. Who gives a F? And then what he said was basically, so basically was back and forth on the Twitter or X. They were fighting against each other, and then just 24 hours later, Colombian president folded, and then not only he accepted the deal, but even he sent the planes to assist. But basically, he wanted to say like I make sure like even if illegal immigrants from Colombia they are coming to Colombia, they are coming with the respect and dignity. But you have to understand they are not regular immigrants, because if they were regular, nobody would send them back. They are people with a criminal record, so there is no respect or dignity for them. First of all, they disrespected America with coming in here illegally, and second of all, um, basically what they did was like they had the criminal records. You know, some illegal immigrants, they come in here to just have the life, to just work, and they are ready to be under, they are okay with being underpaid even, and pay even taxes just to stay in here. But these people, they came in here for bad reason, for bad intention, doing something illegal. So it wasn't like only illegal immigrants with the criminals background. And then what happened was after 24 hours, Colombian president um, well, folded, and he just accepted all the deals. And United States was a smarter, like President Trump um, was very smart, and what he did was he said, well, okay, I'm going to keep it on hold. It's not like I'm going to lift it off, because they would play game. They would say, oh, okay, so we go with what you say, but 24 hours later, like 6 months later, again we're going to do it back. But no, put those sanctions, those tariffs on the place. You just put it on pause, so anytime that they want to again play game, it doesn't need to even go be renegotiated or anything. You just go immediately, uh, uh, just just start being executed, those sanctions, those tariffs. And a couple of other, like Mexican president, which is so funny, like how she got the president of the Mexico after 37 assassination attempts, successfully assassination attempt that happened to all the Mexican nominees, and then finally she got in here. It was very shady how she got elected, and she's socialist, of course, and here, and then Brazilian president, and also the Colombian, they are all leftist, socialist, left-wing politicians. They all got together like as if we resist against it. And the funny thing is, the funniest part is, I think the president of the Haiti said, if you bring back the Haitians to the country, it's gonna be disaster, catastrophic for us. Exactly. So those people that you brought in your country, if they first of all they came from your country, right? So if they come to our country and we are just bringing back where originally they came from, it is catastrophic. Exactly. So imagine what happened to us, because not only illegal immigrants from Haiti are coming to United States, from any other country. So that catastrophic chaos from each country is all coming to United States. Of course, it's gonna bring the mayhem. But so imagine Haiti cannot even take their Haitian immigrants back. But America is not only take Haitians immigrants, but from every other country, and not the best one, not the brightest one, but the criminal one. Because now United States, somehow, if you break the law, actually you would be rewarded. Like if you follow the law, life is very hard in here today. But if you break it, like if you want to pay for your grocery, you have to pay so much price. But if you just steal it, you just steal it. Like in California, under $900 doesn't count as a stealing. So you cannot report file for the complaint, and actually you would be punished if you complain that, because if you file the reports, because they said the amount of things that they were stolen were worth less than $959. That's why one of the stores actually did something funny but sad. He tagged priced all of the products, every single thing, even a toothpaste or toothbrush, to above $950. So if anybody could get the could steal that, he could file the complaint and report the stealing. But when you went to the, so you would say, who would buy that? You went to the cashier would give you so much discount that it would bring it down to the price of the it originally was. which is stupid. It's crazy. Like with this lifestyle, nothing gonna be okay, and everything gonna be bad because people gonna see that if they break the law, they're gonna be better off by economically, by social, by society, than if they are lawful. So indirectly, you're encouraging people to be um, unlawful. Anyway, like before I close it and go back to the Selena Gomez, they think what happened was, so he played tough, and in 24 hours he folded. So American people are calling it win. But let me tell you what is happening, because I'm coming from the country which was left winning, like ideologically was left winning, right? And I totally am against that. That's why I came into this country. I wanted liberalism. I wanted lawful country. So what happens is I know how they think. I know what they do. So basically, left-winning people, leftists, they live off their slogans, while the right wingers they live off policies. That's why those people who are running business they prefer right wingers. The reason is because they can make money by the policy, not by a slogan. The slogan doesn't feed your children, doesn't put their food on your table. So they live off slogans, and all they do is to just keep the power. That is the only thing they want, to just keep the power. Basically, they don't care what happened to the country. All they care is, as long as I'm alive, I can be on power. This is basically how the left wingers think about. So when the Colombian president is seeing that, he knows that he doesn't have any leverage. Like flowers for the Valentines, are you joking? The only thing is right now, if I do that, first I'm gonna be the symbol of resistance, because left wingers they love resistance. The word resistance. They say, hey, we screw everything over, and whenever you come to take your right back, we resist, and we call it resist. Resistance, it used to be the holy word, like resistance in 1776 when we kicked the red-coated British people out of the country, or resistance against, I don't know, Mongolian, Chinggis Khan, all of them. It used to be a good word, but right now it is the for lazy people who don't want to give up their corrupted politicians or corrupted leverages they have. Like now, every time that you hear resistance, you're going to be a skeptic. What do you mean exactly by resistance? Like right now, people are resistant against deportation of illegal immigrants. They call it resistance. So resistance doesn't have that good meaning, holy meaning anymore. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, so with that slogan, first tends to a one hero, that, oh, you resisted against these imperialists, colonists, or these disrespectful people who think they are better than others, for first. Two, it says, so it secures the next election, because people say, oh, you liked us, you stood for us. But it shows like people, they have low EQ, at least in that country, if they vote for you. So you didn't stand with Colombian people, you stood with a criminal who happened to be Colombian. That's two different things. Like, you shouldn't stand with the people with your race or your religion, your species, just only because you are from the same tribe. If somebody does something wrong, you have to stand with the law. So if the law is against, like if your people have done something wrong, there is no pride in standing up with them. I mean, I don't understand. Some people, even right wingers, they say you have to stand with your family at what cost. What if your father was Saddam Hussein? Would you still stand with him? What if your father was Bin Laden? Would you stand against with him? It doesn't make sense. So based on what he did, he plays with people's emotion. Left wingers do that all the time. Play with the people's emotion, and after that, when they secure their election, they keep doing what they are doing. But because they got people's trust, so they don't need to even answer anymore. So their incompetency gonna be hidden, gonna be swept on the rug by a couple of these slogans they have. So basically, he did that for his own political careers, not because he really thought he had a chance against President Trump. That's for them. And I'm pretty sure more of the country is gonna act off, but the reason is because they know that they cannot stand the only thing is they say, oh, we tried. And play with people's emotion, and it's just scary, like a scary world. Like right now we have people that are having sympathy for those illegal immigrants. First they broke the law, and then second they are living off lawful legal citizens tax monies. So because how do you think they get the government to spend all those money? How does government make money? Government has money because you pay them, so it's your money. So when they house them in I don't know, like places, I'm not saying Springfield, Ohio, but places such like they put the illegal immigrants into where was it, New York. They give them 5 stars hotel, the best credit card, all of them. So who is paying them? Us. I don't want to pay for them. I want to pay for legal citizens, for Hispanic communities, for Black community, for all the American communities, whatever they are. But I don't want my money be spent on those people who do disrespect their country and came in here unlawfully. What is the benefit for us in that? And I think everyone should take care of their own country and be a little selfish. It's not good to be selfless all the time. It's not good to be selfish all the time either. But being too much selfless, I work for those, especially most of them, they have the criminal history, because it was a couple of stages. Stage one was start with the criminals. So it's not a separation of family from the kids, those people who were working, picking up crops, working in washing dishes, getting paid on the table. It wasn't about that. It was about people with the criminal record. Still, people are going to have sympathy for them. Before I go to the Selena Gomez reaction, I'm going to say my opinion about, like, let's go a little conspiracy theories. This is my conspiracy theory, and probably it's wrong. I just saw that there is a possibility. It's not like, I'm not saying it's gonna happen for sure, but there is a possibility. America knew that we're gonna go to the war, financial war, economic war with China, and the leverage that China had against us, the leverage they had is like they have so many people, human resources. So they're gonna outnumber us on the human resources. And American people, and in general, generally speaking, Western society, what they are doing is like they are addicted to the cheap money, to cheap products. So basically, the products are so cheap in the Western society, not because those Western society they are governing very well, because they are cheating the system. The way it is, like, instead of creating job inside the country and paying fair share to those employees, they are giving it to one Chinese, Vietnamese, somebody from Indonesia, Malaysia, from third world countries. So, for example, if they had to pay one, for example, France, if they had to give the French citizen, or in England, if they had to give the job to the British citizen, or in America to American citizen, let's say in America would be $15-16 per hour, right? But if so $16 per hour for one employee to work to create those products. But if they just give it to those third world country, probably per day would be $10, $1 per hour, and work for $10. So work for 10 hours, $10, right? So of course, like, whole day of working for third world countries employees is less than 1 hour for their own citizen. So they are creating manufacturing over there and bringing in here. That's why it is so cheap. That's why people think, oh, invest, everything is fine. It's fine because it is standing on shoulder and back of all those third world countries workers. So if we want to go to war with China, we're gonna lose that. So it's gonna collapse. It's everything is good and fine and cheap and with quality because these cheap labors are doing it for us. If we get rid of them, then there's nothing to keep it high, and it goes and it collapses. That's why America, I think, from 10 years ago, they realized that, listen, we have to get out of the Middle East. It's done. So there's nothing for us. And America right now, it is producing more oil and gas, has the potential to produce more gas and oil combined more than any other country in the world. And so there is like they can control the gas price, right? Uh, so what is happening is like we have to get out of the Middle East and focus on China, right? That's why they are making one NATO alliance in Pacific, South Korea, Japan, Australia, all those countries to like to surround the China, and China knows that. So what China does is like, okay, with the AI, with other technology, I'm gonna replace you. I'm gonna offer the same products that you Western people are offering with a lower price because our cheap human resources gonna make it more affordable. And so the world gonna come to us, especially second world country, developing country, first world, third world country. They're gonna go to us. So you're gonna be there with your good quality products, but also expensive. So I'm giving almost as good as yours, but way cheaper. So because of this war between them, so people are gonna be more inclined to China because they cannot afford those brands from the Western society. Uh, I believe this was the plan. Western society, they let the left wingers, those people who cared about humanity, society, accept everyone. They open the borders, let illegals come, flood in here. And then after that, they make a revolution and then bring those right wingers into the power to say like people are tired of all those crabs, all those I don't know, like wokeism, woke ideology. They rejected that, so they don't want that anymore. So again, there will be rise of the right wingers. It's all part of the plan, left and right. Like they are just two wings of the same bird. And then, so first we put the left wingers into the power to let to make floods of to let illegal immigrants flood, right, to come in here to pour inside, and then we close it and we let right wingers come in here, and then we start to filter it. We take the illegals out, those elderly people, those people who cannot benefit us, we take them out. But we live, and after a while we say, oh, we did our best, we plan to, for example, in United States, we plan to deport 15 million, but 2 million is not bad either. You know what I'm saying? So you take out those people who can cause the harm to the country inside, and you let those people who are fresh and ready to work, and then you threaten them. Do you want to face the same fate as those people that we deported? They say, no, 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 please let us in, let us be in here. They say you're gonna work for us underpaid, just like those Chinese human resources. So when it happened, is like right now those human resources that the East has, like China has, so United States has it too, with the name illegal immigrants. Because if they get legal, so they're gonna demand the same right as legal citizens. So again, they have to pay for those insurance, minimum wage, everything. They don't want that. They want to keep everything cheap. But right now they cannot ask China because they're at war with them. So what they can do is to bring them in here, some of those workers with the so-called illegal immigrants, and when they're tempted to open the border and they close that and they threaten, you're gonna go back or you're gonna stay here. If you stay here, you're gonna work just like those Chinese labor for us, but inside. And that person says it's better than nothing. They take the deal just to stay in here. And for 10 years, if you want green card, you have to work without saying nothing. Then keep the economic high. So I think this illegal immigration issues was part of 10 years plan to say how can we be independent from China. The only way is if we have the same leverage as they do over us, which is cheap labor, and they let illegal comes, they take out those people who are not beneficial for the Western society, and then keep those who came in here, threaten them, and always they will be quiet and grateful with the minimum thing. So instead of paying that $1 per hour per day to the Chinese, per hour to the Chinese, they just pay it inside. So now they can just cancel the China. I believe that was the main bigger scale, the long project. That's why you're saying, look, right now, rise of right wingers. It's all part of the plan to make sure that what is happening right now, to make sure like we have enough people to substitute China. We don't need their human resources. Even if India talks too much, we can be against them. We have something to replace them. So I think that's a bigger picture why that was left wingers brought them and the right wingers are rejecting, but not at the same pace as they were coming in here, because they want to keep some of them inside, but they're just filtering out those the bad ones, those not useless ones, basically. And I would say Selena Gomez, like she is, it's so funny. She's a millionaire, billionaire. I haven't seen any Hollywood celebrities offer to house some of those illegal immigrants inside their house. If you look at her house, she can house, she can fill it with at least 100 illegal immigrants, but she doesn't. So she wants me to pay for them, but not her. For thee, not for me. So basically, if you're really worried about those Mexicans, you think, oh, I wish I could do something. There is something you can do. Invite them to your house. Invite them to your house and living over there. And don't let anybody come to your private property and keep them safe. You have enough money to feed them for years. Why don't you do that? So you see, like these people, they just want to play, hey, I did what I could. You did nothing. If you're really worried about illegal immigrants, you celebrities, you billionaires, you millionaires, just house them in your house. Let others learn. Be the role model. You are just a role model for your clothing, for the new brand clothing in the red carpet. Be the role model for humanity, because you are talking. Because some artists, they say, well, I don't know what's up. It's not my field. It's not my expertise. Oh, let me just do my thing. But these people are too activists. They are too into politics. So they make the political comments whenever their bosses tell them to. So it's not like, oh, I'm not into politics. You are, because you just made a statement. So if it is your statement, show the people the bravery, house them inside your house and resist against them, and let the paparazzi come and take a picture like how you resisted to protect them. Let people learn that from that. But you don't. You don't want any of those illegal immigrants. You don't want any of their businesses in your life. You just want to act good. And unfortunately, people are too stupid to believe those cry. It's so stupid. Like I saw the Candace Owens was saying very rightfully, she explained that very beautifully, that she was saying, oh, let me record myself, I'm crying. It's so fake, unless somebody was recording you. Like Candace was right. I really appreciate her for everything that she has been doing. But you know what I'm saying? It's like they're just talk and people believe those BSs. And you have to reject. Okay, you really are afraid for them. Their faith, help them as many as you can, and then all these celebrities house them. So regular people who are your fans, they learn from you and they do the same thing. But you don't, because you're just trying to act. And she's proud of it. Like, oh, my aunt came through the truck, all those sacrifices. I mean, they broke the law. Nobody is proud of Bin Laden for the sacrifices they made in 11 September, 9/11. Like there is no sacrifice. You made a crime. You broke the law. You did something unlawful. You did a crime. There's nothing sacrifice. Right now, people are embracing breaking the law. It is sign of bravery, bro. I'm telling you, like you are saying my aunt came illegally, so it means you shouldn't have been in here for the first place. So it means Selena Gomez took someone else's spot. Because if you didn't come in here, someone else could be there, but you broke the law. You know, it's like basically people are in the line to get, I don't know, to shop, right? And then somebody cut the line, get in front, and out of the line, get what it wants, and then feed the children. Let's say they are in the line of the bread, buying bread, right? In the bakery. And then somebody cut the line and go steal the bread and then come here, and everyone clap for them because with the stolen bread that he or she cut the line and got it without paying it, was feeding the children. To only focus on, oh, all she did was to feed the children. But at what cost? Taking other people's right, not paying for that. There's nothing honorable about that. That's all I'm saying. And I think we should stop embracing it. I am immigrant. I'm an immigrant, and I think it's very unfair to people like me from other side of the world. Like, you know how many legal immigrants they are on the line for 2 years. They have been waiting to come in here legally and pay taxes, do everything it takes to stay in here, and they're ready to cooperate. And these people, they come in here, cut the line, and then take what it could be mine lawfully. So basically says, if you want to respect United States law, you have to wait in here for 2 years. You have to wait on the line for 2 years. But if you break it, you come in here, we give you a house. So of course, people eventually gonna have second thought. They're gonna doubt it. They're gonna have second thought. Do I have to stay in the line, be a good citizen, good person, good human being for 2 years and be rejected, or just pass the line and then get it what it's others, and then already be rewarded? And Selena Gomez is gonna cry for me. You know how many talented, hard worker Hispanic people are in the line and they are getting rejected? Because those spots that could be theirs right now, it is filled by illegal immigrants. So the first people who should be against those illegal immigrants, illegal Colombians, should be Colombians. Say, hey, I saved money to go there, to work there, you went there, and now I'm getting rejected for that. I think as long as people don't wake up, we are doomed to repeat the same fate as people before us. History gonna repeat itself. It's a rule of nature, law of nature. You don't want the answer, you don't want the reaction, change the action. And but also you have to understand, President Trump won the popular vote, right? So it means people like me, people like us, we voted for that. So if you're insulting Trump for saying he's a racist, is this, is that, you're insulting us because we voted for that. We said we don't want Laken Riley. Nobody cried. Selena Gomez didn't cry for her. She died. She got killed by illegal immigrants. Nobody cried for them. So basically now we have sympathy with the illegal immigrants. We don't have sympathy with legal immigrants. We don't have sympathy for the victim. We have sympathy with the criminals. I mean, it's like just a joke. And I am hoping right now, like the reason that she deleted that story, because she know that the backlash going to be big. But also she had to do something. So because some people suggested, her boss suggested, if you do that, it's going to be great. So she just did that to say, hey, I did what I did, what I had to do. But she closed it because right now, for example, when you saw all the celebrities got in the line to advocate and promote Kamala Harris, and people reject that. They said, we don't want any of that anymore. So right now, they don't have the leverage they had in 2016, because 2016, they were saying like, he was lucky and Trump got lucky. But right now, it was a clear message. We don't want this nonsense anymore. I don't want illegal immigrants around my neighborhood, around my area. I don't care what is your race, what is your religion. If you're legally in here, you are a respectful person, you are not breaking law, you're welcome. And I feel safe next to you. But if you're illegal immigrant, you don't have any reason to be lawful. For me, I have social security, I have everything, like government can come. Government probably knows more about me than my family knows about me, right? But for them, they don't have any existence in here. They don't have any documents in here. So whatever they do, it's gonna vaporize in the air, go to the thin air. But for us, it's gonna stay there. They're gonna make a document. So basically, I should be more afraid of illegal immigrants than they should be afraid of us, because I'm gonna be accountable. They're gonna catch me. But you don't have any identity inside. So who's gonna take you? Like, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. So yeah, for that reason, I think eventually it's gonna, I mean, I'm hoping, like right now, the way that people are rejecting the celebrities, they're crying, some MSMBs, there's some people that are feeling bad for illegal immigrants. They are back in the Mexico. Oh, their future is unclear. I'm hoping, like just like 2016, those people who want this, they don't be quiet. Because if you are quiet, they're gonna change the narrative. Oh, you see, we don't want that. But if people say that, no, we voted for that, we want this, that's it, that is what we wanted, and it is happening. So if you have a problem, it's not Trump problem. So I'm your problem. because we wanted that. He's doing what we asked him to do. If we make it clear, people say, well, now they don't have, because now they love that to make Americans be quiet, and they just demonize Trump and say, oh, the problem is him. He's doing everything for himself. No, he's not a dictator. He's doing what we asked him to do. And actually, in fact, we are a little unhappy because it's not as fast as it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like 10,000 per day. Now it is roughly 1,000. We don't want criminals in this country. We already have criminals who are legal in here, let alone the illegals. We want America to be safe for our children, for next generation. Anyone, any citizen a Colombian should ask their Colombian president, to keep it safe. Ecuador, Guatemala, Haiti, Mexico, every country should demand their government, hey, you have to make it safe and good in here. But they mess up and they send their 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 aftermath of the socialism to us. So they create the problems and they set the problems to us. No, we don't want that. And then we don't accept any crying, any sympathy. 2016, we were too quiet. And that's how media could work on that, to say, oh, you see, American people don't like this. He's doing it only for his benefit. No, we wanted that. And actually, in fact, I'm unhappy. Why not more? We have to make it like right now. The message he sent for Colombian president is exactly how it should be. You want to play game? We play games. Like, you are not even in the spot to play game with us. So you will be crushed. In 24 hours, you're gonna send a plane for assistance. That is what you get. So I think that's for today. If you see this happening, just support that. Let others know that. Like, you wanted that. I want America to be safe, and these people are making it bad because we are seeing it. Like, with the social media, we are seeing it. They are making it bad. And then you say, what about those people who haven't committed crime? Yeah, but still, it's injustice. It's unfair for those people legally, like me. They have been on the they have been waiting for a long time to come in here legally, and they have to. These people skip that, and America is a limited country with the limited resources, with the limited opportunity. Those opportunities that could be mine, that I have waited for years, got to the person who broke the law. Then I don't care the washing dishes or what. They are breaking law or not. That was my spot that you took. I thought those people, they were all about the justice, equality, equity, all those stuff. So what about justice for those people who are other side of the country? They cannot crawl into the border, and they have been waiting for 2 years, and they have saved off all of their life. What about those 2 years that they are living with anxiety? Should they break the law as well to come here? America should be dream for legal immigrants, not dream for the illegals. We're basically encouraging people to do something wrong, especially to the United States, that we should be symbol of righteous to the world. People are looking at us and they say, well, if they are not doing it what they are supposed to do, how about us? Right now, America is securing the border. See what's going to happen to Europe. As I said, it is long plan. It's my assumption. They did that. They come illegals in here and then take the criminals out, keep those people who are handy in. And I'm pretty sure some of them, they're gonna be options on the table. Hey, either you're gonna join the army or you're gonna be deported. And they're gonna join army, because now Western societies, are lacking in the army and in the troops. Like, they don't have enough recruits. I think they're gonna fill all those positions that they are missing. So then China wouldn't have any leverage on them to say, oh, I am outnumbering you by human resources. Now, not anymore. Let's say 10 illegal immigrants, they work underpaid in order to one day get the citizenship. So then you don't need China to make it cheap for you. You already have cheap laborers in here, so-called illegal immigrants. So I think that's a genius move. I don't know if it is fair or not, but, and even if it is real or not, that was just my assumption. But I'm hoping everything goes well, and I wish you guys the best. Hopefully to see you next time. Like always, as above, so below.